Good day everyone, I am Engine Cadet Dagidor and welcome to my video about describing the 4 laws of thermodynamics. We'll be discussing the 0th law of thermodynamics. The 4th law of thermodynamics is already called 0th law. This law was slightly understood while the 3 laws have been around already. But the concept of 0th law is so fundamental that it should go before the other laws. So instead of renaming other laws, this law is named 0th law. Another example is when you measure your room temperature and you got 27 degrees Celsius. According to 0th law of thermodynamics, you can assume that your room and other things in your room, pillows, cabinet, and couch have the same temperature of 27 degrees Celsius. Now, this law is fundamentally applied in our thermometers as we put our thermometer in hotter body. As the temperature increases, the mercury expands and increases in the tube. The change of height of mercury in the thermometer indicates the change in the temperature. The first law of thermodynamics. The first law of thermodynamics says that heat is a form of energy, and as what all others form of energy is subjected to it. It follows the law of conservation of energy. So what does this mean? This coal is just a type of rock, right? But for scientists, this rock contains an energy that produces heat energy when it undergoes a complete combustion. Actually, some power plant utilizes this coal to generate electrical energy, or what we call as electricity. What they do is when they feed this coal into a boiler furnace, and with the assistance of oxygen and a little heat, this creates a combustion in a form of heat energy. Now, the heat energy will transfer its energy water above it, making it into a steam. And this steam will rotate a turbine, and that's a mechanical energy, right? And then this turbine will rotate a generator, which converts that energy into electricity energy. Second law of thermodynamics. For any process, a natural flow will always be from higher energy value to lower energy value. For example, coffee. The temperature of coffee is higher than its cup, and that's what says from higher energy value, so the temperature of coffee gets transferred to the cup, which is cooler. Lower energy value, and that's why the cup gets hotter. Or try a compressed gas in a balloon. If you open a small hole in a balloon, does the outside air enter the balloon? No. Instead, the gas in the balloon goes outside, transfers its pressure to the outside air because the gas in balloon has higher pressure than the outside air. To the third law of thermodynamics. We know that as the temperature decreases, the internal energy of a system decreases, as does the kinetic energy of each particle. It becomes very cold. Particles slow to a complete stop, and there is no more kinetic energy. No more kinetic energy of motion means no more temperature by any rate. We will call this absolute zero.